Somebody should tell me amen. Somebody say amen. I'm going to see that rib. I will see that rib. The way they've seen you, I will see my own rib too. All the men in the house, you will see your own rib. Oh. You won't say amen. Thank you. And if they've seen you, you won't see another rib again. Oh. Hey, okay. Okay, you don't say amen to that. And God made him fall into a deep sleep and removed one of his ribs and created this beautiful being. And when Adam saw it, he said, ah, Kalafeso ni ayé ìsìn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ̀kọ́tàrà ìbásọ. Baba God, Elemire, ó ti dá ilé ìtàn. And he said, this is the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was made out of man. All the women in the house, please clap for yourselves. We want to thank you. We want to appreciate your efforts. We want to thank you for everything. The times when there is no food in the house. The times when ẹja méjì ló máa kù sínú pot. Daddy máa jẹun, and we are like 4 in the house. Daddy máa jẹun. The children are going to take something too. And tomorrow is still there for them to go to school. All your efforts to make sure we are going to grow. The times you've gone to bed hungry while we eat. The times you've made that sacrifice. All the times you've been insulted. All the time they've rubbed your clothes. Just because you've hold them money. All the time you've run into debt. To make sure the family is moving. Wọ́n ní ọkọ lólórí aya àbí? Ṣùgbọ́n kí ni orí láìsí ọrùn? Kò sí? So you see that without you, the family is not complete. Without you, the house will not move. A lot of us at so many points in time, we've been in trouble. A lot of us at so many points in time, we've been sick. A lot of us at so many points in time, we are confused. The male and the female. Kò ní yé wa mọ́. And you see us, you see all these pains. You drag us close to yourselves. You tell us, ọmọ mi, má worry. Ó máa dáa, gbogbo ẹ̀ máa níyànjú. And of course, we believe in you. You've been our guardian angels. You've been there for us. Adédèjì láàrin òrùn gbà mí, ìyàwó á ti dì wá mú. I won't forget one of these days. Of course, I was quite young. I know she's here and I know she's listening. There was this time, I was so scared. Me, more film Timo Womoju. I don't know this dreadful movie. And from nowhere, I shouted from my dream. The position of my mom to where I was staying was very, very far. Bóyá yàrá débẹ̀ ni o, bóyá ó fò ni o, I don't know. And the next person I saw was this woman holding me. Started praying. It was when I grew old, of course, I still remember that scene, and I said to myself, how this woman take Duam? Where she is to where I was. She only heard me shouting in the middle of the night. As she came, this woman just held me, pay war anywhere. Yes, she was the angel she sent. Please, all the women in the house, say, thank you. Somebody say, oh. Equity. Kó dọ́gba, ká pín dọ́gba. So, mi ò fẹ́ fọ́tọ́rí tí máa ní kí n sọ ní direct translation Yorùbá, ilé máa embrace equity. Nǹkan tán kàn ní ká ṣe ni pé at inter tó bá ti tásìkò, ẹ rí pé mo dédé ṣe bílé, please watch. Okay? So this is our logo for today. So if I say embrace equity, everybody all together, we will stand and do like this, okay? You understand? Àwọn èèyàn mi ní Wakanda forever. Rárá, ilé òṣè Wakanda o. So if I say embrace equity, what do we do? Okay, don't let me stress you. You don't need to stand, okay? Just where you are seated. Once I say embrace equity, just do this, okay? All together we say embrace equity. Embrace. Embrace. Thank you very much. So we are going to start with the opening prayer. After the opening prayer, we have some people among us. We've invited them to give us talks on some things we are supposed to know. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí a ti ń gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀, a ti mọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n tún fẹ́ rán wa létí, wọ́n dẹ̀ tún fẹ́ ká mọ̀ ipa tí ẹ̀yin obìnrin kó nínú àwùjọ gbogbo bí ẹ ṣe máa ń ṣe kí ìlú lè tòrò kó lè tùbà kó lè tùṣẹ́. Mo rántí ọ̀gá mi kan ó ní tó bá fẹ́ kí ibi tó wà kó dàrú má fi ti obìnrin ṣe má dẹ̀ fi ti ọmọdé ṣe. Ṣé ó ti yé yín? Ìwọ má fi ti obìnrin ṣe má dẹ̀ fi ìwọ tó bá fi ti obìnrin ṣe láwùjọ ẹ jẹ́ ń gbé mi. So on this note, I want to welcome to give us the opening prayer for this wonderful event, Mrs. Ibrahim. Mrs. Ibrahim, please, wherever you are, Alaja Ekabo. Mrs. Ibrahim, please let us clap for her, please. Mommy will be giving us the opening prayer.
Adúpẹ́ ní ọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run ọba dẹ́dàá Ọlọ́run tó ní kí ọjọ́ ìní kó ṣojú ẹ̀mí gbogbo wa. Ọlọ́run náà ni a wá fi ọpẹ́ fún. Kọ́lọ́run bá láàánú lọ́jọ́ kó gba ọpẹ́ wa. Ẹnu ọpẹ́ wa kọ́lọ́run má jò kan. Má jà dúpẹ́ túláàsì. Kọ́lọ́run má jà dúpẹ́ tipátipá. Èní àyájọ́ obìnrin rere ni gbogbo wa. Kọ́lọ́run já jèrè àwọn ọmọ wa. Iṣẹ́ àwọn ọmọ wa kọ́lọ́run jọ ṣojú ẹ̀mí wa. A ti ń ṣe wàhálà lórí àwọn ọmọ ọ̀hún, a ti ń làkàkà bó ṣe wù wá káwọn ọmọ yẹn rí ní ti dáadáa kọ́nà jọ da jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Kọ́nà bá láàrin lọ́jọ́ èṣù ẹni ègbé kọ́nà má jò dalé wa rú. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń wù wá kí àwọn ọmọ wa kán gòkè kọ́nà jẹ́ kán gòkè jù wá lọ. Ibi gíga ni àyà ọmọ wa kọ́nà jọ ga jù wá lọ. Kọ́nà wá já fẹ̀yìntì ká jó ń jọmọ. Ká jẹ́ nínú ìdùnnú, ká jẹ́ nínú ayọ̀, ká jẹ́ nínú ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Ká má fi abẹ́rẹ́ san fún wa. Ọlá títóbi Kùránì Azim. Àwọn tó wá gbé prógrámù yìí kalẹ̀ kọ́nà bá wa kún wọn lọ́wọ́. Kọ́nà bá wa bù wọn láṣìírí. Ibi tí wọ́n ti mú owó tán fi ṣe prógrámù kọ́nà fọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ rọ́pò. Nígbà tó bá tún di ẹ̀mí kọ́nà já tún lékún jẹlé ìlọ. Kọ́nà má jà ara yọ kú o. Orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà kọ́nà jó da. Ọlá aláwòlà wà lákùúwátá. Ìlà bìlà ní ilẹ̀ zim.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ibrahim, for that wonderful prayer.
Thank you.
I'll be moving straight to invitation of guests to the high table. Among us today, we have women of great virtues. The first person I'm going to invite on stage is Dr. Mrs. Daramola. Dr. Mrs. Daramola, as she's coming. Dr. Mrs. Daramola is the director for Center of for Entrepreneurship at the Federal University of Technology, Akure, FUTA. Please let us clap for me as she's coming. Elegantly. Yeah, the second person I'm going to invite on the high table is Barrister Mrs. Toba Olaifa. Please, wherever she is, let her come to the high table. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation now. Thank you very much. The next person I'm going to invite, we have Mrs. Adenike Busari. I'm quite sure you know this familiar name. Miss Adenike Busari is here around, not yet. Okay. From Mondo State Radio Vision Corporation, OS House Akure. And the last but not the least, we have Mrs. Jane Aino from the same Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation, OSRC. You're welcome. Please let us clap for her as she's coming. Thanks for joining us on this wonderful day of the Women, International Women's Day. Okay, having recognized our special guest of honor for today, fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wà ní orí internet tẹ́ ń lo ẹ̀rọ ayélujára dáadáa, wọ́n ní kí n sọ fún yín pé ẹ lè sọ fún àwọn èèyàn yín wọ́n lè máa wò wá gbogbo bá ṣe ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló hàn kedere ní orí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára tí a mọ̀ sí ti Instagram. Ẹ lè wá Queen Luciano Foundation, Queen Luciano Foundation ó wà lórí bí ó dẹ̀ tún ẹ ṣáà wá Queen Luciano Foundation lórí Instagram. Ẹ lè sọ fún àwọn èèyàn yín so wọ́n wò wá bẹ́ẹ̀. Thank you once again, our guest of honor, and thank you everybody. Today we are going to have not just the talk, we are going to have interlude by Wise Team, and we are going to have everything to make up this program worthy on this day of International Women's Day for the year 2023. My name is Anthony Ogunshuse, the one you all call MC Kuwait. To those that don't, maybe English might be difficult, and Yoruba orúkọ mi ni Anthony Ogunshuse. Tí gbogbo yẹn mọ̀ sí MC Kuwait. Tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ Igbo náà ló yé yín, Afambu Anthony Ogunshuse, MC Kuwait. Tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé Hausa náà lẹ́dẹ̀ gbọ́, Sunana Anthony Ogunshusi, MC Kuwait. So today I'm going to French. Je m'appelle Anthony Ogunshusi, MC Kuwait. Bóyá kí n tún sọ Spanish náà. Otito? Is a blue. Mommy, I like your slang. Thank you very much. So I'm going to be your guide for today. Èmi ló máa jẹ́ atọ́kùn yín fún ètò tí òní. Mo fẹ́ kí ẹ mọ̀ pé àti sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kí a tó ṣe nǹkan kan, mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo wa wà ní orí dúró. I want us to all stand and observe a minute silence for the souls of all women that have died in the years past. Gbogbo àwọn abiyamọ, àwọn ìyá tí ó ti fi wá sílẹ̀ lọ ní ẹnu àkókò tí à ń sọ yìí. May the souls of all women and all the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. Amen. May they rest in peace. Amen. Please let us get started.
Our slogan. So when I say QLF, you say building a strong foundation for the future. QLF, building a strong foundation. As you can see, it is written there. So when I say QLF, you say building a strong foundation for the future. QLF. Building a strong foundation for the future. And that is why on this note, I will say good afternoon, ma. Ekasoma. Yes, I want to welcome everybody on behalf of the founder to today's event. We are happy, and I am very, very sure the founder is happy also, wherever she is. I am welcoming you to this program because it is our program. I am a lady and a woman in making. So, and that is why we are happy to welcome you also. Thank you for coming. Thank you for honoring our invitation. And we want to assure you that in as much as you are here, we are going to try our best to make you happy. And also, we are women. We are women. We are the light of the world. Either the men likes it or not, we are the light of the world. If you see a home that is doing well, if you see a man that is doing well outside, you should go back to his house and ask of his wife. And in as much as his wife is doing well, his wife is a woman. And that is why a woman will always be a light wherever they are. And if at all we are opportune to have a woman as a president of Nigeria, I know Nigeria will not be the same. Am I speaking your mind, ma? Yes. Thank you very much. And I'm going to say it again. If there is any opportunity for a woman to be the president of Nigeria, Nigeria is going to be a better place. Yes, because we know women to be considerate. We know women to be very passionate about wherever they are and whatever they do. And I am sure, as the president of the country, a woman will want to make sure everything goes on well. And that is why she would want everybody to be happy. And that is why in our house, in our different homes, when one of our child has not eaten, ẹ̀rù mama bà wá pé ọmọ yóò ti jẹun, ọmọ yóò ti jẹ ibẹ̀lẹ̀ ti rí àwọn bàbá mi wọ́n ti mama wo bọ́ọ̀ ni, they don't care. And that is why women will always remain women. Thank you very much for coming once again. We appreciate you. Ẹ ṣé o, QLF.
So without wasting our time, we are going to have the first talk for today. The first talk is going to be presented by Dr. Mrs. Daramola, which she's, like I said the other time, the director at the Center of Entrepreneurship. Apologies, mommy, if I'm not pronouncing that well. At the Federal University of Technology, Akure, Futa. Mom is going to be giving us a talk about entrepreneurship.
Queen Luciano Foundation for this opportunity to be here this afternoon. And I want to especially appreciate my student that got me involved in this program, Kabiru, thank you. God will honor you. I want to appreciate the great women on the high table. Thank you so much. And if you are a woman here and you are happy that you are a woman, I want you to clap for yourself and appreciate yourself. It's a great privilege to be a woman, and it's a great honor to be celebrated. We are so grateful that we have a day to celebrate ourselves and to appreciate ourselves. It's a privilege, and I sincerely appreciate God for this great privilege, and I appreciate Queen Luciano Foundation for putting together this program to celebrate ourselves. Thank you very much, and I pray that this organization will continue to move on and continue to progress by the grace of God. Amen. The theme we said is embracing equity, and then we have innovation and technology for gender equality. The highlights that we're looking at is the role of innovative technology in promoting gender equality, and then meeting the health and developmental needs of women and girls. The other time, the MC was asking us for the definition of equity, and we tried to give several definitions. Like we know, equity and equality, they are not the same. Equality, like we know it, is giving everyone equal opportunity, resources, and responsibility. And then where you give everybody a level ground to play on, then you can now say, okay, you are trying to be, to make everyone equal. But when it comes to equity, equity has to do with recognizing the circumstances or the situation surrounding that particular individual involved. Like somebody made an analogy sometimes. For instance, if you want to look above this window blind and you put this table here, and then you put all of us on the table to look above the blind or the curtain, that is equality. You are giving everybody a level ground to play on. But somebody probably is taller than myself or shorter than myself. You put all of us on this table and you want us to look at something at the same level. Will it be possible for us? No. So you need to recognize that person as probably shorter or taller, and then you try to provide opportunity for that person so that that person will be able to also see what is on the other side. That is equity. So to achieve equality, we have to also understand what equity is, so that we'll be able to help people who are not on the same pedestal as we are, so that they also can attain and achieve what they also need to achieve. For instance, we are in Nigeria. One thing I've recognized, many of us, we are very brilliant Nigerians. We are in university here or secondary school here. The facilities available outside there is not available here. And then you are trying to say that you are not able to do something. Make available to me those facilities that those people have over there, and see and know whether I'll be able to achieve what they are achieving. And that's what it has been. If you have observed, if you are conversant with our people who travel out, they usually do very well because we are very brilliant. We recognize our own circumstance, our own situation, and if you want us to attain equality, then you have to provide what will be needed for all of us to be able to attain that equality. So we say digital innovation and technology for gender equality. We talk about innovation, talk about technology, and then talk about gender equality. I think I've said a lot about gender equality. that we will all understand what it means. So for innovation, we are talking about a process of getting something out of it starts from idea. You have an idea to do something. There is this example somebody gave somewhere, and well, let me go back to entrepreneurship that we are into. In entrepreneurship, it's not just about business. It's not just about making money. It's not just about making profit. In entrepreneurship, we are able to recognize ideas, and then we are able to innovate, come up with probably a product, or come up with improving an existing product. In entrepreneurship, what you do is you add value. Value addition is very, very important. You add value, and then from that value, people are ready to pay for whatever value you have added. That is when you begin to make profit. That is where you make profit from. I usually give this example. I'm sure all our mothers here will know. There was a time we were buying water from somebody who will be hawking water in a bucket. Àwọn ìyá wa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ rántí. Téèyàn kan á gbé bucket omi sórí, ó máa fi cup sínú ẹ̀. Then all of us, when we want to drink water, what do? We call that person, we buy water. He will put in the cup, and then we all drink. But it got to a time, somebody decided to add value. He said, we cannot all be drinking from the same cup. Let's tie it inside nylon. And then all of us, what were we doing? We were buying it. We felt it was better, neater, and we were buying it. And then somebody said, no, we can seal this. Even inside that nylon, you can still not tell the process of putting it inside that nylon, whether it's hygienic enough for us to drink. So somebody also added value. And what was the value? Let's seal the water. And then we got to the era of sachet water, and we were all drinking. And then we move on, graduated to bottles. So that is value addition. Adding value. Adding value. That's how an entrepreneur thinks. You continue to add value. Whatever we are doing, whatever business, whatever we do for living, what value can you add to it to make it different from what others are doing? To make it innovative, to make people see you that you have something unique to sell. And when you are able to do that, you discover, and that's why some people, by the time you see more customers on one side, some people will say, "Oh, Tisho, go awero ni, ko shawero." The person added value. And that's what we should be thinking of. That is when you think as an entrepreneur. We talk of creating entrepreneurial mindset. No, because if you just think of making money, making profit, and then you have just one idea, and that's all you rely on, you continue. Sometimes, someday, you will go out of market. Because somebody will come around, will add value, better things to that, make it unique, that which you have been doing, and then the person takes over your market. So it's important that we continue to innovate. Innovation is a process, and it's something you continue to do over and over again. Even when you have had a product or a service that you're already selling, then you continue to innovate, add value to it, improve on it, and make it better. Then talking of technology, we know technology to be the application of scientific knowledge to the practical aims of human life. And we use, all of us, we're the commonest one around us. Every one of us, I'm sure we have a mobile device that will carry around. Technology brought us there. And for those of us who do business, you recognize these days that if your business does not have an online presence, you will be in that your locality alone, and then you restrict yourself to customers around you. But if you are able to create an online presence, making use of technology, you can go places. You can discover that people from all over will be calling you. We have that experience. I sell some things, and by the time I just put it online, even people will come from Lagos, from abroad. How can you package this thing and send it to us? That is giving yourself an edge over people around you doing the same thing. So you can leverage on that. And for gender equality, for us women, I know that we are strong, we are bold, we are courageous people, because why I know that women are courageous, if you take apology to men here, most women have been to the labor room. If you take a man to a labor room, he may run out. He needs a lot of courage. He needs a lot of encouragement to be able to stay there. But by the grace of God, women go through these things, and you just wonder how they are doing it. When I had somebody had one year dozen, one ló bí méjìlá, mo ní báwo ni wọ́n ṣe ṣe. You understand? A woman. So that tells us that we are very strong, and by the grace of God, God has created us. So gender equality is a goal in itself and a prerequisite for sustainable and peaceful development. If you give all of us opportunity, if you give all of us resources that will be needed to be able to attain that which God has destined us to attain, I'm sure that there will be great development, there will be growth even in the economy of the country. I know of some parts of Nigeria where you have women going to farm. Women do most, in fact, I heard there is a part of this country where in the morning the men will be drinking palm wine, the women will be going to farm. Is that correct? Okay. So that's what we have. So if you give women the resources needed, you recognize the vulnerability of women and then assist them with every necessary resource that they will need to attain equality. I'm sure we will contribute so much to the growth and development of Nigeria. Like somebody put it, he said, put women in leadership positions. You will know that the community will be better. Why? We know how it feels. And we can empathize with people around us and then be able to do things that will make life bearable, convenient for everyone. So women, we are there. So when we talk about equality, we are saying that it means everyone has access to the same rights, opportunities, and responsibility. And everyone will feel safe from discrimination. So you don't look at yourself that because I'm a woman, or because I'm of this sex, or I'm this, I'm that, that's why they are treating me this way. They were not sending, they would say, obìnrin ní ilé ọkọ ló máa parí ẹ̀ sí. And then they would say, come out of school. And my own mother was a victim of that. Obìnrin ní kò lè lọ school. Ojo tó mọ̀ pé ó yẹ kó mọ oúnjẹ sè, ta ni ó yẹ kó mọ oúnjẹ sè. So we should make roles and responsibility, make it equal. We women should rise up. Don't see yourself as a lesser being. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká fojú tẹ́ńbẹ́lú ara wa. Ọlọ́run pọ́n wa lé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wa náà pọ́n ara wa lé. Whatever you don't know how to do, you can call even on your male counterpart or anybody around you. Tó bá mọ̀ ọ́ ṣe, ẹ jẹ́ ká pè kó ràn wá lọ́wọ́, so that we can also, because talking about education is not limited to the four walls of the classroom. as we are here, we can learn. So anybody who knows how to do it better, get in touch with that person. Let the person train you. You know, these things were not here like, say 25 years ago, 26 years ago, or 30 years ago. We didn't have all these mobile devices. All we had then was the land phone. But when it came, many of us didn't know how to use it. It may be a small child that will teach you. And one funny thing I still want you to recognize, àwa ìyá tá a gbé lọ́wọ́ yìí, tẹ́ ẹ bá lọ́mọ kékeré sílé, mo ṣú ọ̀pọ̀ mọ́ lò jù yín lọ. And then there are so many things because of their age, they are so inquisitive. They want to learn, they want to know, they can practice a lot of things on it and get to do things better than we can do it. So if you want to attain equality, we should be ready to learn. We should be ready to innovate. We should be ready to employ the technology that is available to us all around us. We will get there. When Rome was not built in a day. So what we do is, little by little, we continue to learn and advance. You continue to improve on yourself. Like somebody said, you continue to learn and relearn until you are able to do that thing very well. And even when you say you are able to do it very well, I'm sure that you can always still improve on yourself. So don't stop learning. Learning is a thing. So we don't think that because I'm a woman, that's why I have to remain at this level. That's why I have to be at this level. No. As much as you desire, as much as God has placed potential in you, you can attain great and even greater things. Thank God we have women all over the world that have attained greater things that we can learn from. And they are still attaining greater things. But what we have found out is that the percentage of women up there is still lower to the percentage of men. And if we have to move up, all of us here should be ready to play our role. Be ready to do your part. Be ready to learn. Be ready to appreciate whatever God has deposited in you and make use of it. We start small and we continue to grow. That man said little by little. Wọ́n ní little by little, ó kọ́lé ara rinrin. Little by little, ó ṣohun ńlá. So God will help us. So don't let us look down on ourselves. We are women of virtue, of valor, of great potentials that the Almighty God has deposited great and mighty things with us. So technology has changed the way we do things, and technology will continue to change the way we do things. It has become an integral part of our lives. Is it possible now for somebody to do away with mobile device? You'll be cut off from this world. In fact, in this era of cashless policy, what are we doing now? If you say you can't do transfer on your phone, wàá pẹ́ ní bus stop o. When we were coming this morning, I saw the crowd at the different ATM machines. I was like, what's all this? This is suffering. But if we have technology that we can use that can make our life easier and better, we should all embrace it. I don't see any reason now why all the market women shouldn't have POS machines. Because my sister was telling me in her own market, she has a shop in Lagos, when the customers are coming these days, she need POS. Tó bá ti ní òní, customers are moving. I went to one shop to buy something at Arakale recently. I think that was last week. She has POS actually, but unfortunately, that POS, probably the battery was flat or something. And she was telling us that over 20 customers had left her that morning because they couldn't pay for whatever. And she was lamenting. So how many customers are you going to lose if you cannot employ the technology that is available to you? So the technology available to us at this time is telling us that we should embrace it so that we can flow along, so that we will not lose. Because if you lose 20 customers in a day. I don't know if it is 500 naira, but I'm sure that woman was not selling something of 500 because I know the shop I went to. You understand? So if you have lost 20 customers ready to buy 1,000 naira, you know how much you have lost in a day. So technology is available to us. We should leverage on it. We should make use of it. If you don't know how to use it, you can learn. And there are so many training centers. And one thing I even love this technology for the internet, there are several things you can learn free of charge on the internet. They are available to you. And even if you have to pay, you pay just a token. There are some that you need to pay, and there are some that are free to you. So let's make use of it. And if you can, like some of these recipes for food, for whatever, most times I just Google. If I want to cook any Igbo soup now, Google the name. It's on the net. You cook it. If you know, people are learning how to sew on the net. If you want to sew, Google it to tell you how to cut a skirt, how to join it, how to do this, how to do that. So what we are trying to say is that this technology is available to us. All we need to do as women, don't just sleep over it. Don't just say what I've learned 20 years ago is what I will continue to make use of. Wọ́n á fi ẹsẹ̀ yín o, wọ́n á ti kọjá ẹ̀, overtaking àti lọ. So please learn and relearn. And as we there was a time something happened. I was even still much younger then. There was this tailor on our street then. You know, she already learned tailoring, old way of tailoring. And then at a time when she found out that she was not measuring up to what is in vogue then, she had to go and learn again. And now she had to go and learn from a younger person. She subjected herself to whatever. But by the time, she won't stay there forever. By the time she finished, she became her own boss. And she was making a very good living for herself. Thank you very much. And I appreciate everyone once again for this great opportunity. Thank you so much.
Mommy, once again, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And we want to welcome those that are just joining us. Today is the International Women's Day, which is actually celebrated by this beautiful Queen Luciano Foundation, ably led by the founder and the president, Queen Luciano. And we've had the first talk, which I'm quite sure, even to those of us that might not really be able to cope with English, mo ṣàwọn pé gbogbo nǹkan tí mọ́mì sọ nípa bí a ṣe lè bá ìgbà mu, bí a ṣe lè máa lo àwọn nǹkan oríṣiríṣi tí ó jáde nísìn. Mọ́mì sọ̀rọ̀ kan lẹ́ẹ̀kan, which something caught me. That was when she said, if at this time there are certain things you don't know how to use, you will be left behind. Yorùbá ní Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kán jẹ wá máyé o. So àwọn kan bí ẹ̀rọ ìléwọ́, bóyá wa tá ń ta ọjà, ta ní òwò tá ń ṣe àbí nǹkan, gbogbo nǹkan tá bá ṣà ń ṣe, ẹja wá bá a ṣe lè ká ṣe lè upgrade, tá ṣe lè jẹ́ kó gòkè àgbà sí, tá ṣe lè ilé wọn ní ilé tá bá mọ̀ ṣe, wọ́n ní èèyàn kéèyàn máa fìtìjú kárùn, pé èèyàn dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún rárá, èèyàn sọ pé kéèyàn má ga. Ẹ bá àwọn ọmọ yín, ẹ sọ fún wọn, wá kọ́ mi má mi ò tó pòwe níwájú ẹ̀yin àgbà ọmọ mi, ẹ jẹ́ má ẹ foríjì mí o, ẹ̀yin àgbà náà lẹ kọ́ mi bẹ́ẹ̀. Àìjẹ́ wọ́n ní kẹ́ já bá àwọn ọmọ wa, àwọn àbúrò wa, tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ náà tẹ lọ́mọ ọ̀dọ̀ àbí tẹ láwọn ọmọ tó ń bá yín ṣiṣẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n kọ́ yín. Tíyàn bá fẹ́ ṣe ilé ìwọ́, ibo ni màá tẹ̀, báwọn máa ṣiṣẹ́ torí ọjọ́ ìmí, ẹ kẹ́ lè mọ̀ pé ẹ ti dúró. Once again, thank you very much, ma. Please, once again, let us clap for her. Front us straightforward. So this is to Kakuku Shegubwe. And of course, you can see the mommy that gave the first of Dr. Mrs. Ramala is on her way. So she needs to be somewhere. The same thing is applicable to our speaker for the second talk. So I'm going to invite straight away. Please, before I invite her, don't forget, you can always send the link to your people back home and to your friends. Losori Instagram, Queen Luciano Foundation. Queen Luciano Foundation. Tebafe Elewara Bana to one be Queen Luciano Foundation on Instagram. We are live and direct, so you can always follow up. So with very much happiness and of course with great pleasure, let me invite to the podium Barrister Mrs. Toba Olaifa for the second talk. Please let us give her a round of applause.
Ìgbà míì wà èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ sọ òyìnbó jù torí pé Yorùbá máa ń sọ nǹkan kan wọ́n máa ń ní lójú sọ́rí olọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà wọ́n máa ń ní òwe lẹ́ṣin ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ṣin òwe tọ́rọ̀ bá sọnù òwe la máa fi wá àti pé tí n bá ní kí n sọ òyìnbó òwe ò kí ń dùn púpọ̀ nínú òyìnbó sísọ torí wípé mo fẹ́ appreciate àwọn obìnrin. When I was growing up, I never knew that being a woman can be this challenging. Ìgbà tí mò ń dàgbà, mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo wa gbọ́ o, kẹ̀dẹ̀ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ dáadáa. Because what I want to teach us today, nǹkan tá a lè kà, tá a lè jókòó, ká mú fóònù wa, ká solve lórí internet, ká kà á ni. Ṣé kí n sọ secret kan fún yín? What I want to teach you today, I sourced it from the internet. But you came here so that a lè jọ jókòó, ká lè ṣe kíni, ká lè fọ̀rọ̀ jomi toro ọ̀rọ̀, kó lè ṣe kíni, kó lè yé wa dáadáa why we are women. Some of us, we don't know why we are created, and we don't know the purpose why we are here today. There was a time I shared this at one presentation. I told them, I said, when my mother gave birth to me, I was the 5th girl. She was crying. Obìnrin tún ni mo bí. Do you understand? Just because obìnrin ò wà accepted the way men are accepted. Tó bá ti ń bí obìnrin tó ń bí obìnrin, ìjọ̀gbọ̀n ni. Tó bá ń bí ọkùnrin tó bá ń bí ọkùnrin, there is no problem. Láti about 12 years practicing as a lawyer, it's only one case tí mo rí tí ọkùnrin yẹn tó sọ fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ pé I don't want a baby boy. The others, bóyá ó dàbí bó ti rí gbogbo àwọn achievements táwọn obìnrin ṣe, I don't know. But the others I have seen is either women have been thrown out because they have been giving birth to female children. And we, these female, are the moral agbára ta ní. Whether we like it or not, kò ń ṣe pé mò ń try láti fi ọ̀rọ̀ praise sí or fọ̀rọ̀ praise anybody. What we have inside of us, ó ju gbogbo nǹkan táwọn ọkùnrin yẹn ní lọ. I am telling you the truth. I told you when I first took the microphone, mo sọ pé I never knew that growing up as a female would be this challenging. Taking care of the home, taking care of the children, taking care of, and I still need to do what? To bring something to the table. I saw something on the internet. A lady said, I'm sorry, I'm still going to what we are here for today, but I just need to do a little bit of introduction so that you will all know why we are here and why the challenges of being a female. That lady said, and somebody will ask me, will still say, what am I bringing to the table? Oh no, I'm bringing my soul, I'm bringing my mind, and I'm bringing my body. Because it is not easy waking up. Some women wake up as early as 4 o'clock. Today I woke up 3 because I need to put finishing touches to some things. And I had to wake up the children. I had to prepare them for school and then drive myself down here without a driver. And I still have, in fact, a lot of activities before me. They have been calling me in the office as I sat down there. And I was telling them I'm somewhere. They said, okay, they'll wait for me. But what do you have inside of you as a woman? What do you think you have? When I was growing up, I thought being a woman is, when it's time for me to get married, I would just, walk straight to my husband's house and be treated like a queen. But yeah, my mama just buffet, we'll be eating dinner somewhere, we'll be eating, But where is that buffet? Where is that dinner? To sentence your husband to community service for beating you, they will say, no, please don't take my husband to court. So all these opinions, it's just as if we don't want development. We are busy with the other room, practicing as a lawyer. It's only one case, Timorite Okurinye, so Sophia Wekbe, I don't want a baby boy. the others, bóyá ó dàbí bó ti rí gbogbo àwọn achievements táwọn obìnrin ṣe, I don't know. But the others that I've seen is either women have been thrown out because they have been giving birth to female children. And with this female, the moral agbára ta ní, whether we like it or not, kò ń ṣe pé mò ń try láti fi ọ̀rọ̀ praise sí or for praise anybody. What we have inside of us, ó ju gbogbo nǹkan táwọn ọkùnrin yẹn ní lọ. I am telling you the truth. I told you when I first took the microphone, mo sọ pé I never knew that growing up as a female would be this challenging. Taking care of the home, taking care of the children, taking care of, and I still need to do what? To bring something to the table. I saw something on the internet. A lady said, I'm sorry, I'm still going to what we are here for today, but I just need to do a little bit of introduction so that you will all know why we are here and why the challenges of being a female. That lady said, and somebody will ask me, will still say, what am I bringing to the table? Oh no, I'm bringing my soul, I'm bringing my mind, and I'm bringing my body. Because it is not easy waking up. Some women wake up as early as 4 o'clock. Today I woke up 3 because I need to put finishing touches to some things. And I had to wake up the children. I had to prepare them for school and then drive myself down here without a driver. And I still have, in fact, a lot of activities before me. They have been calling me in the office as I sat down there. And I was saying, I'm somewhere. They said, okay, they'll wait for me. But what do you have inside of you as a woman? What do you think you have? When I was growing up, I thought being a woman is, when it's time for me to get married, I would just, walk straight to my husband's house and be treated like a queen. But yeah, my mama just buffet, we'll be eating dinner somewhere, we'll be eating, But where is that buffet? Where is that dinner? To sentence your husband to community service for beating you, they will say, no, please don't take my husband to court. So all these opinions, it's just as if we don't want development. We are busy with the other room and we are busy with the kitchen. We love the kitchen, anything kitchen, and taking care of the children. We don't want to look outside. We don't want to upgrade ourselves. In other words, as like that question, what are we bringing to the table? It is not too late for most of us to start online business or anything digital. But the only thing is that we just don't want to do what? We don't want to learn. We don't want to learn. That is how women are. Yesterday I was in court. I'm sorry, let me just give you this joke. Court. So there was an examination. One fell divorce. So examination, the party for the husband for the wife, the counsel for the wife is a man. Is a woman. The counsel for the husband is a woman. So when the counsel for the husband tó fẹ́ cross-examine ìyàwó, obìnrin ó fẹ́ cross-examine ìyàwó, ó wá ń béèrè àwọn questions kọ̀ọ̀kan lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ìyàwó yẹn wá ń sọ pé ọkọ òun ó fẹ́ bá ọmọ òun sùn, ó fẹ́ bá ní sex, ọmọ yẹn wá mú ọ̀bẹ ó là mọ́ lórí. Ó tún sọ wípé ọkọ òun ó ask àbúrò òun out, ó tún ask 3 other people out, and the counsel for the husband ó ṣàfẹ́ nail ìyàwó yẹn, ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa ask ẹ̀ ní àwọn derogatory questions. Àwọn questions ìwọ gan oníranù ni ẹ́, nítorí ẹ̀ ló ṣe ń ṣe báyìí. Ìwọ gan kò yẹ kó máa lọ sí party. Ìyẹn ni báwo bí o ṣe ní lọ sí party, gèlè àti makeup ni mò ń ṣe. I was angry where I was. But to me, I said, even if you are doing your job, if I hear some things, I will decide to like pedal low. I will decide to hold my lips a little. I will still ask some questions, but not that kind of derogatory questions. Because I would put myself in that woman's shoe. what she was passing through at that time. Do you understand what we are saying? So that is just how women are to women. We are not ready to support ourselves. We are not ready. And when it comes to gender equality, we should be ready. Because using digital innovation here, you know, in order for us to attain what we call gender equality, it takes us to do what? It takes two to tango, abi, holding our hands. Kájọ ṣe kíni, kájọ dira wa lọ́wọ́ mú. The first speaker spoke at length about gender equality, and I would like to speak on what are those barriers to achieving digital innovation. Barriers to gender equality and women's empowerment in the digital age. The first one is gender norms and cultural stereotypes. What is gender norms and cultural stereotypes? I don't want to speak too much English. It's just that it's because she's a woman. That's all. She cannot do this. Do you understand? She cannot undo digital innovation. There are some of these STEMs, women in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. They think women cannot do it. There are some positions that women cannot attain just because they think they are women. And it's not even about them alone. It's also about us. We have retired. We have retired. We are not ready to learn more. Tó bá ti sọ pé àti tó age báyìí àti marry mo ti marry o, you are married today. I am married. Please, I don't want to do anything again apart from being married. Do you understand? I don't want to do anything again apart from being married. And most of us, we say, okay, I don't want to do anything today apart from being a girl. Let me just get home, wash my father's clothes, wash my mommy's clothes, take care of the home. That's the only thing I want to do. And wear beautiful clothes and apply makeup on my face. That's the only thing. You will know that being a woman is more than that. So social norms and gender stereotype is something that has really relegated us. That they are women, they cannot do it. Just remove them. When doctor was talking the other time that there are some work that they will not even give you position. It happened to me. You understand? When I nearly got married and I went to about almost 6 places searching for job then, because I was changing my base to another base. I was working somewhere before, so and changing to another location. By the time I got, they would say, in fact, one man was even telling me that this is your ring that is shining into my eyes. I cannot, no, you cannot handle it. I said, sir, I will work and work. I have experience. I have 5 years experience. I have this experience. I can do this. He told me, madam, I cannot employ you. But me, I said, I cannot stay at home. I will not stay at home. I am not ready to put wrapper on my breast and start sitting, waiting for one husband to bring food to the table. So this is the gender norms and cultural stereotypes we are talking. They said just because you are a woman and that when you eventually get pregnant, you will go on maternity leave. This is a president of Wowika. She knows me. When I was pregnant, I was on the field. I would always be on the field. Pregnancy cannot stop people like us. Do you understand? So that is just it. You don't have to be up and doing. Learn new things on the internet. Don't let anything stereotype or culture because they have relegated you to the back. No, don't let that stop you. For most of the men here, please tell your sisters that somebody said this. Then affordability of the internet and digital devices. It is not affordable. It's not affordable for you to go on the internet. How much do we pay? If for my 1 month subscription, I pay 5,000 naira for 30 gig for me to do research. And that 30 gig, if I'm working, is not enough for me. I am telling you. Because I used to download lots of materials. It is not affordable here in Nigeria, so to say. So how many of us will be able to, will afford that 5,000 naira every month? when you have other things to do. It's not that we cannot afford it, but the only thing is that we have other things to use our money, you know, to buy. So it is not about that. The lack of literacy and digital skills. We don't have the necessary. See our schools. What are they teaching in our schools? They are not. It's not even part of the school curriculum, except your children attend private schools. And private schools also the grade though. Àbí mo parọ́ ni. See the way they are looking at me. Ó dà pé ṣé ká ṣe exercise. This thing is just heavy in my hand, but it's not working. So private schools, only grade. Only grade. You just don't take your child to any private school. There are some private schools that orin ìbílẹ̀ no man come there. Ṣé mo parọ́ ni? Now, the more advanced the device, the higher the level of literacy. Then phone, the kind of phone that you are using, also matter. Àbí wọ́n ti ṣe 5 gig phone sí. Some people, see the organizer talking at the back, distracting others. Yes, that's the organizer, Abi. She was talking and she was distracting us. So if you are sleeping, say yes. If you are sleeping, say yes. So as you are saying, phone need grade. There are some phones, they are very fast. When you want to browse, they are very fast. Command type any. In fact, some phones go what are you saying? Can I just, go online and search for it? Or if you just go, so far you're online, you just search for it by itself. So phone need grade. You cannot just use any phone to watch video, uninterrupted video. Or am I lying? What you just see is that it will just be rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. So it's affordability of the digital services too. It matters. In Nigeria, we don't have access to all of those things. Other factors such as regulations, infrastructure, trust towards mobile operators and digital infrastructural services. As we are now, our POSE, during this era, cashless policy, you take your ATM somewhere and before you know it, they have debited you. And kò sẹ́jẹ̀ kò sómìíra rówó owó ẹ̀ tún ti yọ dànù. To even enter the bank is wahala to go and complain. Do you think you can use that POS man again? Ibi tí wọ́n kọ pé ṣíṣe àwárí àbí lórí internet and gbogbo àwọn kíní ẹ sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé they can actually read languages on the internet too. So we are informed. Because some African countries, be Togo, Ghana, you understand, then all those mama tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀, oh my God, lè mọ̀ pé àgbẹ̀ ni wọ́n. Àgbẹ̀ because they are very vocal. And ibo náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti jẹ́ ẹni tó wà vocal is irú àwọn gathering by. We call people from outside the country to láti wá sensitize. And when I want to see me talking sorrow, when they see women talking, when they see what women are doing, our mama and not did they start talking. Before you know it, so bá ti di ọ̀rọ̀ community gathering, wọ́n máa ní pé no. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n for instance kan máa ń kan. Ó nà ìyàwó ẹ̀ nínàkúnà ní one community, I will not mention that community name. Ó nà ìyàwó ẹ̀. So they called us. Ó já ìyàwó ẹ̀ sí o. And before we even got there's this particular woman tó yẹ pé àti train ó assemble gbogbo market woman jọ ó ní that man must walk naked 3 days. One match man yẹn lọ sọ́dọ̀ ọba. That man was walk naked and give the woman a goat. By the time we got there, in fact ọba gan bẹ̀ wá ní pé ká bá woman yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ ká bá gbogbo àwọn obìnrin ìlú sọ̀rọ̀. At the end of the day, that man did it. Because there was peace. So that is we having access to technology and coming to places like this is something we gather to discuss. Also, when it comes to the fourth step in for us to overcome the barrier of gender inequality is we creating a cyber security and cyber safe for women. We have to put strategic measures in place, and in order to address all these toxic patriarchal structures. Let us put those measures in place. What are those measures? Our laws. We need to do what? We need to change them. We need to review them. Do you think people just sit down and write laws without your opinions? No, they don't do that. We sample, people sample opinions. At least I've been part of 3 laws that's been made in this state. Administration of Criminal Justice Law, Violence Against Person Prohibition Law, and at least I'm the expert gender consultant on the protection of children on against all forms of violence in those states. So we sample people. You don't write laws without sampling people. So it is just a collective effort. Sure, is it easy for us to assemble the whole of Ondo State and say, okay, wa fẹ́ kọ law gbogbo all Ondo State ó ní kẹ́ wà ńbẹ̀ ṣé wọ́n lè wá? Even tó bá wá ṣá máa rí nǹkan tó ṣá máa rí. No, we will just sample opinions and we will invite some key people for us to sit down and check those opinions and how we are going to factor them into our laws. So that is why it is very, very important. It is very, very key for us to do what? For us to work together. So I have come to the end of my ọ̀rọ̀ sísọ today. Hey, stop clapping. Stop clapping. I just want to ask few questions because you have been looking at me like, what I came on art, mo ṣe drama. But if I leave this place and I don't see the effect of what I've taught you today, you know, it will seem as if I've just come here just to talk and do something. So I just want 2 or 3 people to tell me maybe 1 or 2 things of what I've discussed today. Let Queen Luciano, did I pronounce it well? Let her know that, okay, those people that she invited, at least what shall fún one best? How about it? Shall I fún one lóúnjẹ Jesha? What shall fún one best? But oh, that's good. Let her know that we came here and we learned 1 or 2 things today. So, àwọn mẹ́rin ló fẹ́ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀. What I say my pass mic. Okay, mommy, thank you, ma. Yes, ma. 2, just 4 people. Oh yeah, see me. You know, ma sọ̀rọ̀. Yes. Mo ti mú yín bẹ́ẹ̀. Ta ló máa tún sọ? Alájà, God bless you. Okay, àtẹ̀yìn náà, ó yá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré.
Good afternoon, dear barrister.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
And my fellow. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ ti sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé a lè wọ́n sọ ìgbó gbàgbà ká béèrè question wa ní Yorùbá. Tèmi náà ní questions torí àwa ti mọ̀ yín tipẹ́tipẹ́ a ti mọ̀ barrister wa tipẹ́tipẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ìbéèrè kan wà tí mo fẹ́ béèrè pẹ̀lú àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tí bá wa sọ tó jẹ́ pé nípa gender equality ní ìgboro báyìí oríṣiríṣi ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá níbi tí àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ wá yín sí pé ẹlòmíì ọkọ ọmọ kékeré tó ti bímọ mẹ́ta lẹ́gbẹ́ ọkọ ẹ̀dẹ̀ náà tí ìyá ọkọ gba ọmọ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó lè dànù ṣẹ̀kúta fẹ́ rìpọ́ọ̀tù wọ̀nyẹn kò la fẹ́ mẹ́jọ lọ so majority of àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyẹn ń ṣẹlẹ̀ then fún kọ́tọ́dẹ̀ tẹ́ kọ́ wa lẹ́yìn ó jẹ́ pàtàkì ó dẹ̀ jẹ́ kókó torí tí èèyàn bá wà náà tí ò bá lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kò dára ẹ̀kọ́ ò lè fi tán títí tí èèyàn fi máa kó láyé yìí la máa kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ lọ. So, ní ṣókí mo appreciate gbogbo àwọn kan tẹ́ bá wa sọ. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Wọ́n làwọn fẹ́ respond. Okay, wọ́n làwọn fẹ́ respond.
Okay, question one.
Respond.
Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. Àwa tá a wà ń bí. They don't give us room to reproduce ourselves. And mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ fún my dear sister. What we can is the place you report. When you report, we collect act. But if there is any problem, we are part of the gender issues on these states. Thank you.
Mommy, please, for clarification, what's the full meaning of WOWICAN?
It's Women Wing of CAN. Women Wing of CAN. That's Wobika.
ẹ jẹ́ n ṣàfikún díẹ̀.
That is Christian Association of
Yes.
Nigeria. Ẹgbẹ́ àwa Kìrìsìtẹ́nì.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣàfikún díẹ̀ mo fẹ́ sáré round up torí bàtà mi ti ń tàbí lẹ́sẹ̀. ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣàfikún díẹ̀ ṣé ẹ mọ A division ṣé ẹ mọ A division there is a gender desk ní A division ibi tẹ́ bá ti rí ṣe rí sí báyìí ó tẹ̀ tí wàá lè tán sìn tó jẹ́ pé wọn òfin yẹn ó ti ṣe àmọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ mà òfin yẹn ò tí ì really gbéra much but ìgbà tó wá gbọ́dọ̀ dàbí pé tó fi bá ti wá wà ìjọ̀gbọ́n máa ń pọ̀ sí àwọn tó máa fẹ́ ń dáràn máa ń pọ̀ sí so that desk is working fully àjọ wà lára board Her Excellency ni the wife of the governor so àwọn bá ṣe ń decide àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn that board is working fully to ensure the board and the gender desk to ensure that kí ọkùnrin kó má treat obìnrin anyhow mọ́ tẹ́ bá rí ibi tí ọkọ bá ti léyàwó ẹ̀ síta lọ́nà tí ò tọ́ tàbí tó fìyà jẹ ìyàwó ẹ̀ lọ́nà tí ò tọ́ ẹ lọ síbẹ̀ tàbí kẹ́ lọ sí Ondo State Agency Against Gender-Based Violence. Mrs. Afolabi is the executive secretary. We are part of the board together. Board, my excellency, wife of the governor. So you can go there to report. Ọkùnrin yẹn ti dáràn. That is for the federal. But ẹ máa rí ti law of Ondo State náà. Ẹ̀ka. Ó wà very interesting is for us. Ẹ̀ka so that ilé mọ bá a ṣe lè ṣe kí ni tá bá mú anybody tó bá wà against that law lọ sí court. Ó yẹ bá mi fún third person.
I've come to realize again that being a woman is not just work. Somebody like me, I like working, I go to a place of business, morning to night, counting my money. But today I look at it that no, I just need to be out because
yes, so.
So I think she has enlightened she has opened our eyes of understanding once again that when we are being called to come out, let's associate with people. You learn more things, and as per children learn very fast. I introduced my first son to internet very early at age 6, and thank God for that. He's 14 now, rescuing me in other issues. Sometimes I'm, stranded in typesetting on Excel, whatever. He's the one that we should not look at. You are burning my data. This data I bought yesterday, it has finished. You people, this, that. So we should allow them because when we are stranded, they are still the one that will come to our rescue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Did that lady with the afro?
The lady on afro.
My name is Remilia Kum, and from what I've learned here today, I've learned that, like our mommy said, we should not just limit ourselves to a particular thing, and we should let our voices be heard in our various departments. If, for example, I am a nurse and still in school though, but I feel like if you're a nurse, if you're a market woman, if you are a secretary somewhere, if you are a president in your job, anything, make your impact known in that particular department and let people, bring people along and empower women whichever way you can. Thank you.
Mo kí ẹ̀yin olùkọ́ wa lẹ́ka wa lecture bí ẹ ṣe gan. Inú mi dùn pé mo attend program yìí. Nínú nǹkan tí ẹ̀ ń sọ fún wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé àwọn obìnrin pé kì í ṣe kíṣìn nìkan ni gbogbo iṣẹ́ tí a bá ṣe àbíwèé tá a kà pé kì í ṣe kíṣìn nìkan ni ló parí sí. Ṣe pé bóyá ká tiẹ̀ dáná, ká ṣe oúnjẹ, ká ṣe iṣẹ́ ilé nìkan pé àwọn obìnrin náà láti jẹ́ pé ká mọ̀ pé nǹkan ni wá. Pé wọ́n ní lẹ́yìn pé tókùnrin bá ṣe àṣeyọrí, obìnrin ló wà lẹ́yìn rẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé gbogbo ibi tí àwọn obìnrin bá ti wà ká máa mọ̀ pé yes àwa ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n máa jẹ́ pé bóyá àti ẹ̀ ń dẹ́ra wa mọ́ kọ́ńbọ̀dù àbí à ń tira wa mọ́ nílé. Òtí ni wá fẹ́ béèrè pẹ́ṣẹ̀ kan lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé ó necessary kí obìnrin kí ọkọ àti ìyàwó ká jọ ní join together account? It is compulsory.
Okay, thank you. I do have the questions.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Simone Damala. I'm an architect, Ministry of Water.
Okay.
And I
Tell
am
him, tell
into
him.
various business. I sell fabrics. I'm an event planner. I'm an architect. I supply interior materials also. But one thing I've learned here today is I've learned that women can be we can think fast and we can combine many things together because we are multitask human beings. And I've also learned that in anything we do, we should always be quick about it in the sense that we can always encourage people surrounding us. Like, let me give an example of myself. I remember the time I started my fabric business. So people surrounding me, I have to tell them, what are you doing? She would say, I don't even know now. My husband is even doing this and that. I said, don't worry. I cannot give you fish every time. I have to teach you how to catch the fish. And today, she's a supplier of Ankara to like 5-6 people. And I'm very happy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Please, we are sorry, sir.
Yes, get that.
My name is Farmer Oludare Idubu, and like I've rightly said, I'm a farmer. Honestly speaking, I must appreciate this togetherness and this gathering and the organizers. And I must speak because I want to balance the equation because of what we've been talking about. And from the few minutes I've spent under your speech, madam, my lord,
thank you for giving me the power. Yes.
I honestly love this program because you spoke about women empowerment and how women could be themselves. I noticed in Nigeria over times there's a particular saying that one of the office holders said to his wife, your place is just in the kitchen. So please maintain that angle. But the truth of the truth is, I noticed this advocacy or this campaign is more in the southern part of Nigeria than in the other region part of the country. And I noticed to a large extent that the program and the advocacy is land more in this part. So I would want to throw this to the organizer that I pray the Lord will enable them the more. Yes, that they should take it beyond the shore of Southwest. Because to a large extent we are being compliant to this gender balancing. And why you are able to allow me to speak even though I'm supposed to be an observer. So I want to thank you very much. That is just what I want to say. And lastly, I think it is very important at this point that we make it known that women are not our slave. I am an husband. And by the grace of God, during my time of bachelorship, I know how to do a lot of cookings. And it caused a lot of rift when I got married because my wife came from a family where they eat a lot of pepper. Awakisi in Jada and Akinjeyo. Because I came from Lagos. She grew up in Ondo State. And by the time we met, I noticed she almost sent me to help because whilst eating the food, I feel very hot. And while deficiting, it's another problem. So I think that is the only area where we met with my parents to resolve the matter before they become late. Nothing, I've never taken her to my in-laws to, report my wife or all things like that. So I think we have to put a lot of value on the women and to make them feel the same, that they are very, very important. They are not the second citizen of the nation.
Thank you, thank you.
This is beautiful. Please, on behalf of all the men, a round of applause for you.
Let me answer the question.
Thank you very much. Please, the answer to the question I like your hand.
All the questions.
Okay.
Okay, let me start with you, sir, and thank you for giving me the power. Yes, your Lord, because I'm before you now. Thank you so much, and I like that power because you have always been abrogating that power to the men, my Lord. And I told you something, you know, when you want to fight in your husband's home, you fight with diplomacy, not with, agbara. And if your wife, even if you cook very well, and your wife does not know her worth, that cooking is worthless because obìnrin tó bá mọ worth ẹ̀ lèyàn take care lèyàn fagbára fún. Do you understand? But obìnrin tí ò bá mọ worth ẹ̀ as obìnrin nínú ilé, for instance tó dẹ̀tí tí ò mọ nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣe tí ò put foot down tí ò ní stand there, you know, you will not even want to cook for her, you just come home like this all the time. So that's how it is. And another thing is when you're talking about the north, they're having all these programs also in the north. But the only thing is I told you, Oniwipe, you know, there was a time, I'm sorry, I went for one program outside Nigeria and they were talking about you know, we should be always talking about gender equality in Nigeria. And I told them it's not possible in Nigeria. The patriarchal structure of Nigeria does not allow that. But as I said, you have to be diplomatic. You can send the husband on an errand, but with diplomacy. Oh, can let's often go, yeah, I'll let her for me. As a way, show you. But there are ways in which you do it. There are ways, that is just it. Now, Mark, the question to you. Having a joint account, no. Big no. Big no. This is a big advice to everybody here. Before, I did not want to use, please listen. Ẹ̀gbọ́n nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ. I am talking from experience. Most of you 30 were married. You have more experience than me when it comes to marriage. But I have more experience than you on the field. I have served on lots of cases, you know, many cases that I have seen. Ọkọ àti ìyàwó, arúgbó, àgbàlagbà, omidan, you know, so many. Mo ti jókòó lórí case bàbá 70 àti ìyá 65 rí. Mo ti ṣe case bàbá 80 àti ìyá 74 rí. So what are we saying? It is a no. Why? Please, if you want to buy a land also with your husband, you know the kind of name that you put there on that conveyance and on the receipts. I don't want me to but let me talk more about that joint account. Because rifts will always occur. There will always be conflicts. The love that you shared from the beginning will not last you till eternity. It's just the friendship. Something somewhere will happen. But that joint account will worsen everything. It will not make the two of you come back again. Lie. Tó bá jẹ́ pé any separate account, tó bá fẹ́ ṣe anything tó bá fẹ́ ṣe fáwọn èèyàn ẹ̀, tó bá fẹ́ ṣe fún girlfriend ẹ̀, let him do it. If you want to do for your people, do it. Tẹ́ bá jà, tẹ́ bá separate, you will come back again. But the moment that you have joint account, tó pa yín papọ̀, when you have that rift, yeah, mo pé kò sí káwọn àtẹnumájà, you are from different backgrounds and you have different ideologies. When you decide to come back again, it will not be possible because he will tell you that you have put scissors, ó ti mú scissors, ó ti fi gé paper ìfẹ́ tó wà láàrin ẹ̀yin méjèèjì. Please don't do it. Thank you very much. I remain Oluwatoba Olaifa.
Please let us clap for ourselves, please. Okay, so we are going to have a short music interlude. Àwọn èèyàn wa tó wà níbí ẹ jọ̀ọ́ bí ìyẹn bá ṣe ń lọ, as that's what we're going on. Queen Luciano Foundation, please, I want you to get prepared. I think this is a good time to at least show the people. Lẹ́nu ọdún kan tó ti kọjá, Queen Luciano Foundation, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ pé kì í ṣe torí àwọn obìnrin nìkan náà fi wà. Wọ́n máa ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi nǹkan, àwọn ọmọdé, àwọn àgbàlagbà, lóríṣiríṣi ilé-ìwé ní o, hospital, àwọn tó irú nǹkan àwọn tó wà ní ibi tí a lè sọ pé wọ́n kàn wọ́lẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ibi tí wọ́n ti ń tún etí ọmọ aláìgbọràn ṣe, the correctional places. They'll be visiting all these places just to make sure they smile, just to connect that they have somebody that cares for them. Building a strong foundation for the future. Mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo wa kú ìjókòó àti ń kásẹ̀lẹ̀ ètò yìí díẹ̀díẹ̀. We are rounding up this. Mummies, please, I want to have your attention. Mọ́mí o, ẹ kúlé, ẹ káàbọ̀ o, bóòlódé, ẹ ṣé. Mo ṣú ọ̀pẹ́ tí ń rí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń fi hàn wá lórí fọ́nrán gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí a ti ṣe tí Queen Luciano Foundation tí ó ti gbé ṣe ní àwọn ọdún tó kọjá. Nǹkan tá a ṣe yìí náà ní International Women's Day. Mo fẹ́ kí a fi mọ̀ pé kì í ṣe nǹkan tí a kàn ṣe tí a dẹ̀ máa dáwọ́ dúró bẹ̀. Ìwúrí gbogbo báwọn obìnrin ṣe ń ṣe ní àwùjọ wa ló ti ń fi yé wa pé wọ́n ní obìnrin ní iyọ̀ ayé, iyọ̀ yóò dẹ̀ ní gbù o. So without wasting our time, we are going to move straight to the empowerment part of today's event. And before that, fẹ́ kí ẹ mọ̀ pé the empowerment, of course, is something that Queen Luciano Foundation doesn't joke with. Kì í ṣe nǹkan tí wọ́n fi ọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mú. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti fẹ́ fi yé wa pé ní ọdún yìí a tún máa ṣe bí a ṣe ṣe ní ọdún tó kọjá. Mo máa pe manager Queen Luciano Foundation in person of Miss Adekemi Ogunṣusi tí ó máa sọ fún wa nípa bí empowerment kí ní ṣe máa lọ tó bá dẹ̀ ti tó àkókò àwọn orúkọ tí ó ti wà lọ́wọ́ wa a máa wọ́n jáde kí wọ́n lè wá gba nǹkan tí a pèsè sílẹ̀.
QLF. Building a strong foundation for the future. Okay, Eshe, thank you very much, Ma. Now we are going to start the empowerment, and every year this is what we do. We give out a certain money to some women. We know you cannot start a business with this money, but it is so encouraging that or we encourage you to make sure you use this money for something you can always fall back to, something you can always see and say, yes, Queen Luciano Foundation did this for me. A fẹ́ kí ẹ gba owó yẹn kẹ́ lọ fi ra aṣọ àbí kẹ́ fi ra bàtà àbí kẹ́ ní mo fẹ́ lọ party àbí mo ṣe fẹ́ ṣe birthday mi tí mi ṣe ní last year mo ṣe fẹ́ ṣe báyìí torí mo ti rówó kan. So we encourage you to do a good thing with this money, and so that while you see what you are doing, you will be encouraged also. And all thanks to the founder of Queen Luciano Foundation. She's a strong woman, a courageous woman, and also she's a woman that she's so caring, and that is why she has deemed it fit to bring up this empowerment. So this year again, we'll be giving out this empowerment to 10 women. And in a sincere way, we had a video advert, and we got these people from the video advert we did. Some of them contacted us through Facebook, some Instagram, and some they've been visiting our office before, and that is why they have this empowerment. So we'll be calling on 10 women, and please, you've been helping us with the presentation of the check. So the first person we'll be calling is Mrs. Ashu Julian. Mrs. Ashu Julian. Professor, Mrs. Ashu Julian actually contacted us through our Facebook. She saw our post on the Facebook page, on our Facebook page, and she applied for the empowerment. And here she is today. Thank you very much, Ma. And we also encourage you to do a good thing with this money.
Congratulations, ma'am. Mrs. Adeojo Victoria, please get set. Mrs. Adeojo Victoria, you're not the one. The next person that will come is Mrs. Adeojo Esther.
Maria Koko, she also saw the advert, and thank God she's getting this today.
The next person will be calling is Mrs. Omod Empowerment Fund.
behalf of the founder, I want to say congratulations to all our beneficiaries, and this is a way also to encourage us. Queen Luciano Foundation is here to stay, and we always go out to look for benefactors. If you feel you've been motivated with everything you've seen about Queen Luciano Foundation today, you can decide to be our benefactors and be paying a sum of money to the foundation's account every month. We have someone who have volunteered to be doing that, and we are still looking forward to see so many people doing that. So because the Queen herself, she has been the only one sponsoring most of the things that we've been doing since the inception of this foundation, and it is not easy. Kò easy kéèyàn kan dání kan máa ṣe nǹkan láti bí last year, and that is why we are asking for your support. We are asking for you to be one of our benefactors. No matter the amount of money you have, you can also support us with materials also. If you think it is 2,000 naira, 5,000, 10,000 naira, you can use to support us. The account number of the foundation will be displayed on the projector on the screen, so you can be one of our benefactors. And also, if you think you don't want everybody to know what you want to give us, I will give out the foundation's number. You can always reach out to us through that number. So the number is 090 111 090 111 222 79 090 111 222 79. I'm calling it for the last time, ma. 090 111 222 79. Like I said, the foundation's account number will be displayed on the screen. Kindly get in touch with us, and we would like to see you being one of our benefactors. Thank you very much. And also to our beneficiaries, we are going to send a message to you concerning the day you will be coming with the check that was given to you for your cash gifts. Thank you very much. Esheo.
Please let us give the manager of Queen Luciano Foundation, Ms. Adekemi Oguchusi, a round of applause. We want to continue to pray for you. We want to continue to thank you for this wonderful gesture. We want to thank Queen Luciano in absentia for this beautiful work. Please don't give me to improve the lives of the community, a non-governmental organization that is after the betterment of the people, the young and the old, the male and the female. And consistently, they've been doing this every year. And I want to tell you that even as someone that is related to them, when I say related, the place where I work is also a partner to Queen Luciano Foundation. That is the Salesians of Don Bosco. Every August, these guys have a way of making our children happy. They sponsor one particular thing, not just one, not just two. Best students in different categories, of course. To those that were around during their anniversary last year, you saw the picture. So this is quite commendable from them, and they've told you that you can always do everything possible to make someone smile. So I will hand over the mic to Mrs. Jane, I know, to say something as regards this. Thank you very much, ma'am.
It's Queen Luciano Foundation for inviting me here. This day last year I was here, and it was really an eventful one. And I must say that I must appreciate them again for service to humanity. It's not easy handling a foundation. It's not easy impacting lives. So, and I think I would want you to use this opportunity to state again. The doctor and the barrister spoke elaborately, and I'm sure we all have one of two things that we have gained from all they said. But I also want to add this, that the misconception between equality and equity have been stated to us. But I just want to ask us women, I want to ask us how fair we are, because equity speaks more of fairness and just, and being just to ourselves. So I want us to take this home and think about it. we as women, how fair are we to ourselves? Because if we are advocating that our male counterparts should be fair to us and not treat us as second-class citizens because we are women or because they feel we are weaker vessels and because we can't just contest or compete with them and say we are equal, we want equal this and that. But we should on ourselves ask ourselves if we are, or there are some few people or some people who are saying no, we need equity. We should ask ourselves how fair we are to ourselves. What I mean is, let's take a look at it from the grassroots in our own homes. Since we are the builder of homes, we are the mothers, we are in charge. How fair are we to our children? How fair are we to the male ones and the female ones? Because if you ask me, maybe because I love women, I happen to have 3 girls. Okay, so I don't even have any male in my children that I will now say, oh, you are the male child, you should be like this or you should behave like this. Okay, so I have all females. But for some of us who have male and female genders, we should ask ourselves how fair we are to our children. How are we building them to understand that people need to be treated according to their needs and not according to their gender? Then we should take away this disparity, because last year we were here to challenge the norm and break the barriers. But for this year, we are reiterating advocacy for equity. And so for advocacy for equity, we should start from our own self by asking ourselves as women, how fair we are to ourselves, how fair we are to our children, how fair we are to fellow women. Because last year I spoke elaborately about women supporting women, women loving themselves, because behind every violence that we have, behind every violence, there's one woman underneath that is engineering it for the core woman. And for the core woman, so to speak, and we know that women are not in this category. If you go to your husband's friend to complain about his friend, he will always say, oh, manage, or try to pacify you. But if you go to your mother-in-law or your sister, they will find a way. There's always a way they antagonize themselves. Okay, so we need to keep preaching to ourselves and support women, especially in leadership positions. Have we women accepted that we can do it? How well are we advocating for other women? How well are we supporting them, especially the ones in politics and so many other who are taking leadership roles? Have we accepted that a co-woman should lead us? Have we seen ourselves as leading? That is just, without taking much of your time, that is just what I want to tell us, that we should start from the grassroots and understand that we should be fair to ourselves and just to ourselves. Thank you.
Please let us give her a round of applause. Thank you very much.
honoring us and for witnessing today's celebration. We appreciate you all, and we pray that the good Lord will bless you as you continue to journey back to your destination. We love you. Together, we will surely build a strong foundation for the future. Thank you. I am Emmanuel Bobade, the Secretary of the Islamic Foundation.
Yes, so I want to join my voice with that of Mr. Bobade Emmanuel, and of course the manager, Ms. Adekemi Ogunsusi. I want to thank everybody here. Gbogbo etí ẹ ti wá síbílẹ̀ ní láti yẹ wá sí ní the International Women's Day, which is theme Digital Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality. Mo mọ̀ pé ẹ ti rí ìkan àbí méjì dìmú lọlé. Ẹ jẹ́ má ṣe gbàgbé wọ́n ní táyé bá ṣe ń yí la máa bá yí. Tó bá láwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kí àwa ọmọ ẹja kọyín. Ìwé tẹ́ ẹ ti san, owó tẹ́ ẹ ti san ká lọ fi kàwé. Ẹ jẹ́ fi lò ó, ẹ lò ó dáadáa. So kó lè kí gbogbo ẹ̀ kó lè kí ọ̀tún lè wẹ̀ òsì kí òsì lè wẹ̀ ọ̀tún náà ní ọwọ́ fi mọ́. So I'm going to invite for the closing prayer my mommy here. As she's coming, I want to thank you all for listening to myself. Mommy.
Àwọn àti Ọlọ́run wa dúpẹ́ nítorí pé ẹ kó akórajọpọ̀ síbí lónìí. Adẹ̀ ẹ ṣe ohun gbogbo dáradára fún wa. Ọlọ́run ayérayé ẹ gbọ́ ọpẹ́ wa. A dúpẹ́ lórí gbogbo ètò tí àwọn organisation yìí tó gbé kalẹ̀ fún ìtẹ̀síwájú àwọn obìnrin, fún ìtẹ̀síwájú gbogbo wa ni, fún ìtẹ̀síwájú àwọn ọmọ wẹ́wẹ́, fún ìtẹ̀síwájú àwọn ọkùnrin pàápàá. A dúpẹ́ nítorí pé tí ìrọ̀rùn bá wà ní ìlú, tí àlàáfíà wà ní ìlú, ọkàn gbogbo wa yóò balẹ̀ ni. Ní orúkọ Jésù Kristi ẹ gbọ́ ọpẹ́ wa. Ètò yìí a gbàdúrà fẹ́ni tí ó tó jẹ́ pé òun ló jẹ́ olórí ètò yìí. Ọlọ́run ayérayé ẹ bá wa dè é mọ́. Ọpọlọ pípé, ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye èyí tó fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní orúkọ Jésù kò ní dòkú. Tá a bá rí ojúkójú kan tàbí ọwọ́kọ́wọ́ kan tó lóun fẹ́ nà sí i láti lè má jẹ́ kó ṣe rere ní orúkọ Jésù, irú ọwọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ojú bẹ́ẹ̀ Olúwa ẹ gé wọn sọnù. Ọlọ́run ayérayé gbogbo wa ni a ti rí ẹ̀kọ́ kọ́ nìyí o. Ẹ̀kọ́ tí a kọ́ lónìí ní orúkọ Jésù kò ní dẹ̀bìrù wá ní ọjọ́ alẹ́ wa. Ọlọ́run ayérayé ẹ ṣàánú fún wa. Ọlọ́run ìyanu ẹ ṣàánú fún wa. Àpáta ayérayé ní ìsìn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló wà nínú ìnira. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tí àwa bá ní ìgbàgbọ́ nínú yín, ohun gbogbo tí a bá béèrè ẹ̀yin ó ṣe fún wa. Ìjẹ́ tó bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀, gbogbo àwọn tó wà nínú ìnira lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ Olúwa ẹ wá tù wọ́n lára. Jésù Kristi ẹ tù wọ́n lára. Orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà pàápàá ẹ jẹ́ ó gba àlàáfíà. Orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ẹ jẹ́ ó gba òmìnira. Ọdún tó ń bọ̀ a tún fẹ́ péjú sí yìí láti wá ṣe ètò yìí. Ọlọ́run ayérayé ẹnìkan kò ní yọ sọnù. Gbogbo program tẹ́nìkankan wá ń ṣe náà ní ààyè tiwa náà ní orúkọ Jésù Olúwa yóò darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Ààbò Ọlọ́run yóò dájú lórí wa. Gbogbo àwọn tí ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ nínú organisation yìí ní orúkọ Jésù orí yóò ní gbà bọ̀dẹ̀. Gbogbo wa ní àpapọ̀ orí wa ò ní gbà bọ̀dẹ̀. Bí a ṣe ń lọ báyìí Olúwa yóò máa bá wa lọ. A ò ní jáde lé ikú lọ́wọ́. A ò ní délé bá ẹ kú. A ò ní délé bá ẹ kú. Ààbò Ọlọ́run yóò dájú lórí wa. Olúwa yóò dì wá mú. Lópin ohun gbogbo ìjọba ọ̀run là ń lépa o. Ní orúkọ Jésù kò ní bọ́ sọnù lọ́wọ́ wa. Gbogbo kìtàkìtà wa láyé yìí ní orúkọ Jésù Kristi. Nífẹ̀ẹ́ ayé yìí bọ̀rùn wa jẹ́. Olúwa kọ́ yóò dì wá mú. A dúpẹ́ nítorí pé ẹ ti gbọ́. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo wa pátápátá Olúwa ẹ dì wá mú o. Ẹ mọ̀ dínà yí wa ká. Gbogbo àwọn okó tó wà láàrin wa Olúwa ẹ ṣọ̀kan fún wọn. Àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní orúkọ Jésù ẹ bá wa dì wọ́n mú. Òkè òkè la fẹ́ káwọn ọmọ wa máa lọ ní orúkọ Jésù ẹ ó gòkè. Ọlọ́run ayérayé ẹni tó ti gòkè nínú yín kò ní í jábọ́. Àwa tá a jóbi yín náà ní orúkọ Jésù ànífojú sunkún yín. A dúpẹ́ nítorí pé ẹ ti gbọ́ ní orúkọ Jésù Kristi Olúwa wa.
Ẹ já pàtẹ́wọ́ fún Jésù. Ó sì mú outside. Ẹ já lọ sí ibi ẹnu rẹ̀.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon, ma.
Please, can we meet you?
My name is Mrs. Esther Debisi.
How do you feel about being one of those people who are empowered today?
Yes, I'm happy about it because I know that with this money I'll be able to do a kind of project I have in mind and with what I already have in hand before. So it's a kind of boost for me. So I'm very happy about it and I appreciate the owner of this foundation and all those that have contributed to this. Thanks so much.
Kí ni orúkọ yín mà?
Orúkọ mi ni Adéwọ̀lú Esther.
Kí ni èròǹgbà ọkàn yín nígbà tí ẹ rí torí pé ẹ pẹ̀lú àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe empowerment fún lénìí?
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ Luciano Building Strong Foundation fún ipa ribiribi tó ń kó nípa ti tèmi fún àwọn fún empowerment ti èní. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn fún ohun tó ń ṣe nínú ayé mi because wọ́n tún empower mi láti lè máa tẹ̀síwájú nípa business mi. Wọ́n jẹ́ kí business mi, okòwò mi kó túbọ̀ gbòòrò sí kí n lè máa tà kí n dẹ̀ rówó lè máa continue business mi. So mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn gan ni.
Ọ̀rọ̀ kan fún Queen Luciano Foundation.
Queen Luciano Foundation lágbára Ọlọ́run ẹ ó máa tẹ̀síwájú, iléeṣẹ́ yín kò ní jóná o, ẹ ó túbọ̀ máa rí ṣe, Ọlọ́run á máa fọ àánú, Ọlọ́run á máa fọ̀n nínú ayé yín o. Ṣé mo dúpẹ́.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Can we meet you, ma?
Okay, my name is Mrs. Achu Julian.
Being one of the beneficiary of today's empowerment program, how do you feel?
I feel excited and encouraged that actually there are kind people in the society. So I am happy.
One word for Queen Luciano Foundation, ma.
Okay, one word I want to say to her is that God will continue to give her the heart to show love. She's really a woman with a golden heart, and I pray that she will fulfill her destiny. Amen.
All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can we meet you?
Okay, my name is Remilekun Abatero.
All right. As one of the youths who witnessed today's empowerment program for women, how do you feel about it?
I feel it's a very, very beautiful program and empowering women in this current economy that we are in. I think it's a very, very, very amazing initiative, and I'm really glad that this kind of thing is coming on board. I'm happy. It's a very nice thing to do.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Remilekun. So, what do you have to say to the foundation, especially to the founder who deemed it fit to have this kind of an organization here in Akure?
To me, she's like a role model. I've gone to like check about her, and I see that I've seen the works that she has been doing, and I think she's a very amazing person. And I would like to be like her to help people if I can. Thank you.
Wow, that's beautiful. It's nice talking to you, Miss Remy. Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
May I know you?
Yeah, my name is Jane Aino. I work with Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation. I'm a broadcaster and a host on Women's World, entrepreneur, and some other programs.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, be one of the participants in today's empowerment program for women on this special occasion of International Women's Day. How do you feel?
I feel very great. Like I always say, and I'll always say to people who cares to listen, that women are worth celebrating every day. They are the salt of life. They are everything. They bring light. They bring multiplication. They bring life, so to speak, to everything that comes around them. So women are worth celebrating. We have had women who have, done great things, who have represented the women folk in leadership position. They have innovated a lot of things. They have impacted life. There's nothing women cannot achieve in life. All we need to do is empower them, educate them. That is what women need, basically, and the girl child.
All right, thank you very much, ma, for these beautiful words. For the women out there, do you have any word for them? Maybe a word of encouragement for them?
Oh, yes, I have a lot to tell the women folk. Like, last year we tried to break the norm uh, by challenging the norm. And what are the norms I'm talking about here? Is our culture. We made that initially had it that women are the second class citizen and their only place is kitchen and some other places, and they feel that there are things they cannot do because they are women. Okay, so this segregation and discrimination is what we are advocating for. So I would just tell women that you are who you think you are. Don't take up what people see you as, but take yourself to be who you think you are. And don't ever think that you cannot achieve anything in life because they made you believe that you are a woman, you can't achieve it. But if you set your mind to it, you go for it. You are a go-getter, multitasker. This is something that some other gender, like the male counterpart, do not have. So always embrace equity on your own, be fair to yourself, be just to yourself, and there's no ground you cannot break. You are a woman, and I celebrate you.
All right, thank you very much, ma. It's nice speaking with you. Enjoy your day, ma. All right, women out there, I believe you've gained one or two things today. The world is yours. The sky is not even the limit, it's the starting point. You can achieve anything you want in this life. Just be committed. Your place is not just in the kitchen, it's beyond. To build a strong foundation for the future, you are one of the major people we need. Women.